spine, and nice toning exercises as well to strengthen the muscles either side of the spine. So jump into something comfy, grab some water, and I will meet you on the mat. So today we're going to be doing lots of twisting, and I just want to urge you that sometimes we feel the need to twist more than our bodies are capable of twisting, and alignment is really more important than anything else than forcing your body into a pretzel shape that it doesn't want to go into. So be really conscious of your practice today. Just listen to your body. If it doesn't want to go into the twist, then find the variation or the modification that suits you. I would very much advise you to have some blocks with you, or maybe you can use some books, some big hardback books, because we'll be doing some revolved twists, which will make things much easier for you if you have a little bit of elevation through your hand. So if you do have blocks or books, I'd grab them and we can use them throughout practice. So we're going to just start in our nice cross-legged, easy Sukhasana pose, sitting tall through our spine, taking a nice big deep inhale in through the length of the spine, feeling yourself growing taller on the inhale, and on the exhale, grounding through those hip bones and allowing yourself to settle in this pose. Just becoming aware of how the body feels. Are there any uncomfortable tension points you can focus your attention on, and maybe send the intention of letting go during your practice, elongating those muscles and energizing that tension area. So we're just going to take a nice stretch across down our side body. So take your right hand to the mat, reach your left hand up, and then reach over, bend that right elbow. If it comes down to the mat, great. If it doesn't matter. Just try and focus on opening the knees, looking under the armpit, having a really good stretch down one side of the body. Really feel like the space getting wider between each of the ribs. Making sure that the shoulder is stacked beautifully, coming back up, reaching up with the right fingers, bending over. Oh, feeling so nice across those right ribs. Looking under that right armpit. Only if it feels alright on the neck. If it feels a little bit uncomfortable, then just look down to the mat. Again, listen to what the body wants to do. And then slowly come back to center. Now we're going to take a really nice twist. So inhale, arms lift. Exhale, opposite hand to opposite knee. And sit tall through the twist. So inhale through the length of the spine. Exhale, twist from the waist. Look over the right shoulder. Come back to center. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, right hand to left knee. Inhale to extend through the spine. Exhale to twist over the left shoulder. Really nice. Slowly come over. And we're going to now come onto all fours into a tabletop position. First things first, before we start doing our twists, we want to just waken that spine up. So I encourage you just to find your neutral spine by waggling your bum out, having a little rock through those hips, finding where neutral is for you. And then we'll do 3 rounds of cat-cow with our breath. So take a nice inhale. Exhale, roll the tailbone under and push down through the hands, coming into cat, pushing your head down towards the mat. Inhale, allow the belly to drop, open the shoulders, and then look up into your cow. Exhale, curl it under, pushing the mat away from you, spreading the shoulders apart. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, curl it under one more time. Inhale to look up. we're going to go into the twists. So first things first, we're just going to move our hands down further towards the front of the mat. We're going to sit back onto our heels, coming into extended child's pose here, really feeling the space that you create here by really pulling your fingers as far forward to the mat as possible, really spreading those armpits wide, and then slowly we're going to come up briefly and tuck the left arm underneath the right armpit. So inhale, come up. Exhale, take the left hand and twist under that armpit into thread the needle. Try and find that squareness in your hips here. If you need to wiggle the tailbone out, you can do here, just to try and find that balance in the hips. So you've got options here. If this feels good for you, then stay here. If you want to make it a little bit more strengthy and come up into the twist more, you can take the right hand up off the mat. From here, again, if you want to open it up even more across the chest, you can flip your hand, bend the elbow, and take the bind around the left thigh here. So really open up through the chest, feeling that lovely twist in your thoracic spine here, pulling the core back. The more you can really engage your abdominal muscles here, the more twist you get, the more beneficial it is for your spine. Breathing nice and slowly. Inhale, take those fingers back up. Exhale, reach them over your head. And then slowly begin to square that shoulder down to the mat. Trying to keep those hips up as much as you can here before bringing that hand back down towards the head. Pressing back up through the hand and coming back up into the extended child's pose. Sending the arms away, forehead to mat, your bottom back onto the spine, onto the heels. Inhale, come up. Exhale, take the right hand and slip it underneath the left armpit, coming in to spread the needle on the other side now. Again, options. Find that nice balanced hips, squaring into the mat. If this feels nice here, then just stay here. Other options. Lift the left hand off the mat, open the chest, flip the hand, bend the elbow, take the bind. If that feels accessible to you. If it doesn't, then you can leave the hands and the fingers facing up towards the ceiling. Keeping that breath nice and even, breathing really deeply in through the back of the chest here, feeling those ribs expand on the inhale, the exhale, sending all that energy down through the backs of your feet and your knees. Take a nice inhale, reach those fingers up towards the sky, and exhale over your head, tenting the fingers and squaring that armpit to the mat. The benefit here is finding actually a really lovely stretch over the shoulder cuff rotator on the right arm. Really feeling that lovely stretch into those muscles. Take a nice inhale here, reach through the fingers. Exhale, bring that hand back down towards the face, pushing up through that hand and coming back into your tabletop. So from here, we're going to lift, curl the toes under, lift the knees just very slightly, and then push those hips up towards the sky into your downward dog. Take it really nice and easy because this is your first downward dog of the practice. So you may want to pedal your knees, you may want to just really have fun in this inversion by just experimenting with what the body needs, what it feels like, but making sure that the head is nice and heavy, the gaze is through the legs. Take a nice inhale here. Exhale, step the right foot up between the hands and then the left foot, meeting into this lovely forward fold position. So feeling the benefit of just hanging here. Let gravity do its thing with the head. Allow everything to just let go. Slow the breath down. Spread the ribs on the inhale. Really nice. Now you're going to take your two peace fingers, wrap them around your big toes, and on an inhale you're going to try and straighten the legs and flatten the back.
Exhale, rounding into your Uttanasana, your forward fold. Bend the legs generously if this feels nice. You're getting a nice stretch through the hamstrings. Inhale, come up, straighten the back. Exhale, rounding. Really waking the spine up here. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Release your fingers from your toes. Take the left hand into the middle of the mat and directly underneath your nose. And then slowly you're going to open this right arm up towards the sky. Try first of all to hug those lower ribs to the thighs so you can feel the twist into the upper back here. And then maybe, if it feels comfortable, you can continue to keep the left leg bent, but begin to straighten the front leg, the right leg. Then you feel the twist getting more intense into that spine. Breathing deeply here. Inhale through the fingers. Exhale, release. Swap over. Right hand to the mat. Inhale, bend both legs. Reach those left hands up towards the sky, pulling the left shoulder back. And then slowly beginning to straighten the left leg and bend the right leg. See if you can open the chest even more, squeezing that navel back to the spine, finding that extra twist. And exhaling it back down to your forward fold. Hang here for one breath. And then very slowly we're going to curl it up, vertebra by vertebra. Really reaching those arms wide on an inhale, scooping that energy up from the earth, bringing it between your hands, and then bringing all of that into your heart space here. So from here, we're just going to have some really nice twists in the body. So we're going to take a nice inhale, reach those arms up, bend the knees, and then open to the right. So try and feel like your hips are being nice and square here, but you're just twisting from the waist. You're not going to get a huge amount of twist here, but it's more important to keep the alignment of the front body. You can see my hips are completely square here. And then come back to center. Take a nice inhale, reaching those fingers, and then exhale. Open the left hand. Try and square those hips. You might find the stretch coming across the bicep, which might be really nice. Inhale one more time each side. Exhale, open to the right. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, open to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, we're going to float forward into our forward fold. Really curling the spine here, allowing everything to fall. And then plant your hands onto the floor and step it back into your plank position here. We're going to really pull through those heels. So pull the heels down as much as you can on the mat before slowly we are going to pike those hips up into your downward dog. One breath, and then we're going to come into twisted dog. So from here, I want you to walk your hands back towards your feet until you're in a triangle shape here. Then you're going to take your left hand and reach around to the right ankle and look under that armpit. Find the twist coming from the waist. Breathing right nice and slowly. One more breath here. And then release back. Taking the right hand now to the left ankle. Reaching through and really trying to encourage the head to come underneath that left armpit, finding the twist in the upper back, spreading your fingers wide so you get really a good amount of weight going through each finger here, supporting you. Come back to center, take those hands a little further away. One more breath in your downward dog, and then we're going to inhale the right leg, steps up, drop the back knee, and then untuck those toes. So from here, we're going to come up into a beautiful twisted pose. You're going to bring your hands into your heart center with your thumbs right into your sternum.
From here, you're going to send your hips away, twisting from the waist, and then hooking that left elbow around the right knee. From here, you want to try and push with your right hand and see if you can get those thumbs into the center point of your chest. It takes a bit of time, it really depends on the flexibility of your spine. So if you're here, it's absolutely not a problem. As long as you're trying to be as tall as you can through your spine and that neck is nice and long, that's really all that matters here. So you just need to listen to your body. So one more breath, and then exhale. Release those hands, plant them back down to the floor, curl the toe, lift the knee, step it into your plank, and then shoot those hips up into your downward dog. So now we'll try the other side. Take a nice inhale with the left foot, bring it up between the hands, drop the back knee and tuck those toes. Bring your hands into prayer position. Find that alignment first, so really square your hips, pulling this left femur back into its socket, and then slowly take the twist from the waist, or reach around with that right elbow and have a lovely twist. Again, push through this top hand and see if you can really open the chest, fanning those ribs, trying to be as long as you can through the back of the neck. Very slowly release out of that. Frame that front foot, curl the toe under, and then lift that knee, stepping it back into your plank position for one breath. Inhale, shoot those hips up towards the sky, and then come into your downward dog. So from here, we're going to open the hip up in a twist. So you're going to take the right foot off the mat. You're going to extend the right leg away into a three-legged dog, bending that knee and then flexing the foot. So you want to try and encourage that heel back to the bottom. Then we're going to make a half moon shape with the knee and reach the knee up so we open that hip, twisting again through the torso, looking underneath the armpit, finding the stretch coming down the side body, in the middle of the spine, pulling down through that left heel. So finding the benefit of the stretch down the left leg here. And then slowly let's square that hip, place that right foot back on the mat, and let's swap over. Inhale, take the left leg out, parallel to the mat, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, flex the feet, and then open that hip up. Look under the armpit, really have a lovely drop into this. So feel like the heart space wants to sink down to the mat. Really open up through that chest area. Squaring that hip, placing the foot back onto the mat. Take another deep breath here. And then exhale, reach those heels down to the mat. Okay, inhale, right leg comes up now. So from here, we're coming into a nice twist again. So take the left hand on the inside of the right foot. This time we're going to reach up with the right arm, hugging these ribs around, trying to encourage the belly button to touch the inside of that right thigh. Really nice. Try and be as long as you can through your spine here. Nice long inhale. Exhale, let's bring that hand back down to the floor. Step it back into your plank, one breath. Exhale, bring it into your downward dog. Inhale, left leg steps up between the hands. Easy twist. Take the right hand onto the inside of the left foot. Reaching tall with these left fingers now. Finding that twist. Really opening the chest and feeling with all these twists that's happening here that you're getting a little bit more space in the back, feeling a little less tension. Exhale, bring that hand back down to the mat. So from here we're going to step it back into the plank. One breath. Inhale, exhale, pike the hips, downward dog. Really
right leg comes up. We're coming up into crescent lunge now. So reach those hands all the way up. Really nice. And then from here we're going to open into warrior two. So pivot the back foot, reach those arms wide, and then we're going to come into a triangle pose. So we're going to extend that front leg, so straighten the front leg, reach those shoulders across the hips, and then windmill the arms around into your Trikonasana triangle pose. And then from here you're going to need your blocks or your books. So if you grab a block or a book, and we're going to put it onto the inside of that front foot, because now we're going to come into reverse triangle. So take the left hand, windmill it around, find that block, and then we're going to try and pivot the hips. So we want to try and curl everything around and bring it into reverse triangle. In this instance, it's quite nice to just hop the back foot in one step, because then you feel like you can open the other way. So breathing nice and deeply, long, slow breaths. Try and tuck this right hip right back into its socket here. Feeling that beautiful opening across your chest and the twist in the back. Really nice. One more breath here, and then exhale. Plant that hand down on the floor, get rid of the block. We're going to use it on the other foot, on the other side, should I say. Pivot the back foot, step it into downward plank, lost my words, and then shoot those hips up to a downward dog. Now we're going to take it onto the left side, so take a nice inhale, reach the left foot up between the hands, come up into your crescent lunge, so really scoop those hands up, sit high, and then exhale, sit low. Warrior two, so pivot on the back foot, arms become parallel to the mat. Just checking in that this knee is pulled back, so you're using these adductor muscles. And then we're going to go into triangle, so straighten the front leg, hinge those hips forward, reach the shoulders over the hips, and then windmill your arms around into triangle. So the back of the hand meets the back, the inside of the calf muscle. Again, with triangle, you can use a block for normal triangle as well. And actually I think in most instances, your alignment is much better if you use a block. So from here, we're going to reach this hand down, the right hand down, swap it over, put it onto the block. Let's jump this back foot up, one step. Really try and square the hips now to the front of the mat, and then take the left arm up. You're always going to find one side slightly more supple than the other. Just depends on where the tightness is in your back. And remember, these are balancing poses as well. They're not easy, so take it slowly. If it means you're just trying to get into these poses one step at a time, don't try and force yourself into something that your body doesn't want to go into. And also be aware not to try and fall into the hip, not the hip, the knee here. So just slightly micro bend this front knee. Very nice. So let's drop that hand down, get rid of your block or your book, step this right leg up to meet the front leg into our lovely forward fold. Slowly take a nice inhale here. Exhale, let's round it back up to mountain pose. Reaching your arms wide. Inhale all that lovely energy. Exhale, bring it back into your heart space. And there you have it, a lovely twisted flow to energize the internal organs with new blood. Twisting is so good for the digestive system. So I hope that has been a nice practice for you. As always, I'm really grateful for your company and thank you for joining us. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up or do subscribe
if you'd like to do that too. So I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Thank you again and have a wonderful day ahead of you. Namaste everyone.